just the other day. All in favor, say yeah. Aye. All against, say waiting. Nay. The eyes have it. And waiting the nay then do, then waka come out na do. That's that be the confirmation for Zainab Umu Mosiri. We stream some part of them, not all, but we have shown here the confirmation na parliament. The other party them, they not relent to. The Intawa say the process was not followed. The process, they no follow. Who da no follow? The president. Not follow the process. But parliament go ahead and approve. Not saying nobody they approve other people them. But parliament don't approve them, done. And that's it. That's also. But the consortium, the consortium, they not agree. They say, they not agree today, they not agree tomorrow. They have no problem with Zainab. Now so they claim. They say they no get problem with Zainab Mosiri. They no get problem with him. Now the process, now they get problem with. So, but parliament still go ahead and approve them. So, the press statement will come out from the consortium of progressive political parties. Coup. That's what they call themselves. They said today, when at the 27th day of October in the year 2021, marks another important milestone in the annals of democracy in Sierra Leone. Progressive opposition parties in parliament then talk with one voice on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone. For say, we no go never again tolerate the dictatorial action of the current SLPP government and the persistent violation of the constitution. Una go recall on the 16th of September 2021, remember them that the consortium be signed a memorandum of understanding in which they be declare the main aim say for defend democracy in Sierra Leone and to vigorously oppose all types of political oppression, intimidation, and authoritarian tendencies. The consortium further agree for instruct the representatives them within a parliament for consult and agree on common positions to be taken on time on items listed on order paper, because it is important for say the consortium go work and seem for be working as a united front na parliament. And this the wale we know. Okay. Then say, na make today, na be that day, then team up for say, with the members of parliament for say, the call for condemn the imposition of Mrs. Zainab Mosiri as commissioner for the Western region at the National Electoral Commission by staging a peaceful walkout from parliament. They say this na signal they sent to the government for say the people of Sierra Leone, they don't get enough. The people are aware of the irregular and undemocratic manner in which the speaker then put on a parliament, The people are also aware of how elected opposition members then a parliament were physically thrown out of the parliament to be replaced by SLPP members. And not through by election. They name boku tin them. It has been done. They don't pull in position paper. So we still do it for see waiting go come out today. Because they say we totally reject Mrs. Mosiri as NEC commissioner by insisting on imposing her. We are convinced that the government has an hidden agenda with regard to the forthcoming elections. If it's done at the commission, the business of NEC shall no longer be smooth and the entire electoral process will be a bumpy ride to 2023. Simply because more than 50% of the commission's clients disapprove of our membership at NEC. Okay. Finally, we want to celebrate and continue to foster the unity of the opposition for the liberation of we people, because in spite of government's habit of ignoring or disrespecting we own views as opposition them, we are a pillar of democracy and we shall fight until the tyranny we are living under today is broken. Are we living under tyranny in Sierra Leone right now? Now, so consortium say, not to me say, dear. May I just ask? Are we living under tyranny? It's broken. Soon and very soon, we shall overcome. Long live democracy. Long live the consortium. Long live the Republic of Sierra Leone. Meaning I go add this one day. Long live Sierra Network. Okay. All right. Well, the European Union na Sierra Leone, they say look they work small this BNTM. What's in them do? Then pay a courtesy call to the president, Julius Maada Bio. State House say then commend them for the abolition of the death penalty. Not so they don't more than go. But let us pick one or two sentences then I are quick. They said the European delegation on a Friday, the 29th, na status. The European delegation na Saloon pay a courtesy call to the president of Sierra Leone. Now, yeah, State House say, what to make them go fend the president? Well, then commend them for the repeal of the death penalty. Ambassador Manuel Mula also unobi didi status na the report also say EU and Sierra Leone don't enjoy good relationship. And that one they don't help with good governance, and they don't support education, and they don't celebrate legal reforms. He said they visit for State House. Now a way for follow-up on their recommendations after the 2018 general elections. I hope somebody is listening. Which he say now state also where Ambassador Mula say being free, fair, and transparent. Adding that, it been good for no say the country don't go through maturity, and in democracy they team up tranga one by way of manner where they transfer power from one government to another. He talks say, Your Excellency, the European Union commend your government for the repeal of the seditious libel law and also the one where you just do not too long ago where you abolished the death penalty. The EU will continue to support the country in pursuit of legal reforms. I know somebody will get for can talk on this. They say the president, he had to be so glad he not talk about. That's small no more talk. President Bio tell the delegation thank you. And he had say Sierra Leone and the EU don't get long any historic relation. Where the country don't benefit and don't enjoy boku one. Okay? He emphasized say the government committed to advancing not only the recommendations the way EU give, but also for consider all other recommendations them after the 2018 elections. He said because that one day go make sure elections then at the country then clean and transparent. Despite what coronavirus don't can do, my government they advanced critical reforms them for mitigate the effort of global supply chain challenge them. We will also make sure that the recommendations of EU and other election observers mission we embed them inside the Public Election Act. That's what the president say. The last thing we see the Americans, we fumble them from England, then go find United Nations, then go find the president, then go find the former president. So they were back, they no go left and day. When they come out to the president, guess who side then go? To the former president. From that last thing, I say I don't know what thing that they see, what thing that they hear. For they go to them two people there. EU even don't go to parliament. This same delegation, they go parliament. Then go to the judiciary. Then go say then they play them part. The same word where they talk na status, then they talk to former President Nkrumah. For say then they follow up on the EU recommendations following the 2018 elections. Then they follow up. Then go talk ayanda, then can't talk and back na ya. The same thing about the EU don't be a regular and very strong supporter of Sierra Leone democracy process. Okay. Udaya Yuna. Yeah? Back and forth. Udaya yi. Una follow the recommendations. Una follow the recommendations. But I want to ask. Bintumani 3. What did we get out of him? Bintumani 3. With all the money we spend, what did we achieve as a nation for Bintumani 3? Is it the setup of the Peace Commission? We say for everybody for working cohesion. But even for pastor one day in a parliament, na bulldoze and back. What in the recommendations them? Where them be give that 10 day na Bintumani 3. where they don't implement. Where? Eh? Because me, I don't see you. Since I talk about humanity, money spend, la commode small. La jump come to commissions of inquiry. Commissions of inquiry. Value for money. Have we? The amount of money we'll spend pulling Jordan and Nigeria. Value for money. Then say people they don't begin pay back. They say this, they say that. When are we going to see this list of people who don't begin pay back? How much soon I don't get per commission of inquiry? With all the breaking news, the brouhaha, and all these things, what's going on? Eh? What's going on? Who's them? Who's them? We'll go begin see the results. We'll still go begin see the result. Why APC not be follow up the recommendations towards the 2018 election, but left Weibo with your red sunglasses? And who are you referring to? Mohammed Abi? Or you don't know so you come? Eh? Okay. Now una na disgrace to Sierra Leone. Una. They do you vuvuzela. Something them promise you na make. Yeah? We're asking the questions. What till we gain? With all the recommendations, what till we don't see happen? If you can come and remind people them. But at the end of the day, if these people are not committed, nothing will go happen there. All a waste of money. Waste of money. Would they waste money or not get? Okay. Inti now can do am on Saturdays, not to so. Aha. You know how can do am. Now begin summarize. Let we come with us friend. Let we hear what's in summary for today. Welcome on board, us friend. You get the platform.
Yeah, thanks a lot, AAA, for giving the platform. And thanks a lot for all the time we will give you all the information from different sources. Regarding most of the information we don't give it with headlines and things that we don't come as things that we don't pass through your media and so on. And quite a lot really, because not all you will bring up. But here you look see most of the things ranging from this airport going down to the civil blind issue, the police then issue, residential permits. You talk about the police then behavior. You talk about the appointment of Homo Zainab. You get quite a lot of things and back will be happening there. But with the one that we bring at the light, you will find out say most of them what you see say they go on there, you will begin to doubt say now processes and policy then most times can affect all the thing they are how them we able to put processes and policy them in place so that the development go able to go before. But in most cases, when the people and they fail for identify any group, a sector, a government, or a group of people, and they fail for identify certain needs of certain individuals, then you dey find out in that day most times the process where they say they can't bring up, it always fail where they can't for can assess and evaluate wetin you don't do. In other words, the policy where you don't put for say now this policy I put or now this type of idea they bring or in terms of a constitution or law or some people na bill or I go able for go the policy I go able find out you find out say most times because of the moment you know identify them now they the problem the day and the identification you get for be very much you know they try for know the need. If you actually know the need of what you try for put a policy for, then you will always try for project in all areas where you will find out say when you can evaluate and now you always say you get a good outcome. The citizens them you ask you don't engage them that day you say you don't plan that development you see how you get for go you try for the review during that process day and how the implementation they go and that final review but all come to how you they able for engage other than the stakeholders of anything we want for do. You want to do a policy with regard about the judiciary, how you go involve the people, the stakeholders there. If you want to do something about election or something about local law or authorities and how you go able to involve them. But you always kind of say, now most times when they can fail again, now you can see international relationship can get for car inside. And when they come inside, international relationship, you can get the donor in the agency, them, you can get like the EU, when our people and when our like partners and what they say one development, so then they come inside now for can't help. So you know they find out say, I don't have this problem, you don't come big na me hand because people the expectation is there. So much that the table I therefore solve them with the voice of the international bodies. So if you are doing this particular kind of relationship and development and how you process and get for work, because you find out the EU, they are going to be the engine fear them. Where they can't teach you about the democracy, where you don't say, oh, you know the work. So then we don't spend a lot of resource, finance, as they say. They send new, wouldn't be there before and these things here. They make a lot of recommendations with just after that election. Some of them they be very simple for address because some of them now one them way they not even need a kind of an act. And then you get something number strategies and implementations there. So you put them in place, then from there the next one will work. But when you find out say the outsiders, we invite them for can help with this process is the one for can do, and then they bring a message. But when you find out say you wanna be identify the need and they get the help. And then they bring recommendations for you go with. But because you fail for identify the need, where the opinions of people them or the polls where they don't put towards an idea, because now that new been do, now that's European Union then do, now that's other organizations then go able for do. So you find out say you left the need. So when they bring the idea they work at some point because you bring them in, but you know they fit because you been create gaps. In a vacuum them where you do that development process day. It can be like anything, like it can be a roadwork. Because of you bring that idea they for can't put a Lego, you be not left the need. You don't know the need of the people. The need of the people then we need for let them go engage them so then go get a better life, economic, in terms of health, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of their basic needs and livelihoods. So but because of sometimes you not being identified say what you address that in the economy, as long as the economy are able to deal with them, directly with this type of situation where then I go able to go. There are many challenges in that development, of course, we all know. But because of the trend of the way the economy with GDP, how we will get economy, so the donors and the can inside. But it all comes to all the steps that I go able to place your agenda them. Then you were able to find out now who that go able for take responsibility. But because of you identified the one they want to take responsibility, did they give them, then the other stakeholders and way will be the bodies them, say like the police, the judiciary, then can sometimes dysfunction. Now they find out say now you see the one them way they try for put them policies there, they can always get for hide behind waiting at the statute when they put with that type policy will be done there, then they can try for see will not they change and more than they call it in a constitution. So and when this constitution come, they see the parliamentarians and they argue or man they come with a style so that they will able to achieve the policy. And then they fail to realize that policy where they argue about, they not be identify the need for them. The need for the policy, say like the one for Zainab now for let them get free, fair election. It will comprise a lot of things. So then they left the need, but then they look now to the area how the implementation will get for go. So now that area then you go find out, see, those who are already link behind this constitution, then they argue for them. But they're not left and for let the judiciary or one of the high Supreme Court for let them go interpret the so-called constitution. And that's not the duty of the judiciary. Because when you look at the press release of the EU, the areas they wouldn't see there is a default in the credibility of the things they wouldn't recommend. Now, other than the name, now the judiciary, because that was their duty to interpret it and see say they're able to implement them. Then what they go use as a tool for them to implement them in there was the police. So the police and now they find out say they have not the function. So that they wire them visit them wire that then be the components then will make up this particular thing what we don't can waste money for help now, what we not call we through international relationship in our whole water. So you find out say the EU then what they do? Then get this body what they call the so-called external European External Action Service. It even don't hold a meeting before this other EU meeting. Then go to Sudan because then find out they don't spend a lot of money and then they see say the relationship with other countries with the revenue it affect them. So then they find way where countries and go able for develop with what they don't spend by the land will concentrate. In other words, they have projects where they don't put for years for say that money that they use. So then they try for implement democracy, let go voice out. If they find out they say the time when they been dormant, now then they come up. But it all comes down to waiting what they call globalization and economy. So, but then they use the globalization and this economy they develop only by globalization and understanding. But the globalization where they occur in other areas, they find out see now most of the time now countries them where they use the media in a way not to the right way. Now for that they kidnap, then they try for help the media for let go enough strong, then they will give the media the press them voices so that they not go able for suppress them. Then will be like people and will watch the press. But it all come down to una will get the formulation una they say this policy how we formulate them. How we go able for call information, we able for gather information for let consult the proper stakeholders. So when you consult the proper stakeholders, then when I see the thing they work. And these are the proper stakeholders. The one who are the judiciary, the police, the NEC, and then the PPRC. By then, we don't default to another form. So you find out certain thing that I can be most of the time. You look the international relationship again, where you find out say now they don't get an international relationship with this particular African Gulf International Corporation. But when you see the relationship, we will talk about the effect of polarization, wherein you go depend on the outside body, where you know go put lines in, you know go put laws there within what you they do in terms of international relationship. You find out see then they overcome because they involve Hong Kong and part of Adenkola, Oman. Now they get this African Gulf International thing. But again, then they do certain projects there where they don't give a hand for do. I think they even plan for give them part of that the relocation of that bombing that place there. So in other words, you give them certain side. Maybe in finance, you don't open the door. Hong Kong, they don't can't donate. You see this. I'm not saying this is what is happening, but you get to look where are these sources coming from. And what thing I will able to do with that international relationship, I will just the open door. Then it reach a point now because of things not work the way they work. Then I begin to suppress the one that we need for let them get the thing on the service. So people then will begin to lean behind certain things and nothing they do. Now then they lean behind SDGs. And then they fail to realize say, these things and are things and we did the in other words, you say you want to make you want something that you tea when are sweet. You don't get sugar. You go say if now honey, I will go resource and find out. You know, they use the purpose of honey now for the sweetness, for they can get the taste of the food and maybe the nourishment. So once you know the purpose of that particular thing, the thing you bring that inside. But when you misuse that thing, now they find out say now it happen to the African Gulf this international golf thing will go and will do that aviation project now go. Because what actually happen is that then they try for link behind SDGs for them to get in business, for them to go through. But that is not the primary aim of SDGs when you look. So then they link. So you know what? People then they misuse certain things. So you the government, you get for leaks say this source why they go bring enough for let benefit the people. Would they get for involve, let them benefit. People then will involve by something like involve them. If the police then purpose of being there, like make use of them. Then in the judiciary, the purpose of being there, like make use of them. All that thing they are then get for involved in implementation. Then you find out certain things and they kind of when the policy they get people due to behavioral function, how they behave back. Now then in particular areas. So you policy where they care go, where they talk about the process for that policy there, for let you work. You know they work because you get people way one, when they go delegate and duty, and they go delegate them in that professional way. You see the policeman, the way they go behave. We don't see that few incidents the whole police and they get confrontation with them. So because of that one day back now, thing where you get for identify when you didn't do the policy, look at those things on. In anything, whether a policy will be done, they exist, while they review for no, then they talk about policeman them, they don't begin to develop their schooling, and they send them for them go train, and they do upgrade their system of finding crimes, DNA, all those things, and get for look again the behavior. Just like again, the one day way now the policy makers them originally when the government when I get for no inclusiveness of individuals at a certain time again, individuals who are politicians has to be candid. Say I am not coping with this. Let me retreat. Make I go take care of myself because my behavior what they put to the system and they find out say because of the way they approach, I really accept say there is something where they disturb my mind. I don't go out for use certain words. People they have to accept it. When you accept that one, then you go able to withdraw. So you know can't begin to get confrontation with that people that go tell you, oh, you get a toxic you make a toxic statement or the statement is volatile for like will cause problem at the country. So you careful no because at the end of the day they try for develop people and they bring things at the country and they can't try for way. Then what they want now a peaceful country. So that there you go able to attract businessmen there. The thing they would they say bilateral relationship with Gambia or even the one they would they say they go make their airport in the name of saying a business and they do, or the one they would they go to Dubai for go attract people they are and get for count into for no say when a country is democratic, able for attract development, just like I think say today I see Ghana they say that they don't attract more the business people according to the scaling, but then a bank actually grade them. So we don't know how far they get for getting scored. And you get that area of evaluation. If they even evaluate the people in force, we don't know the behavior. They get the material one go do, the things what they do, or they allow people for them can't change the idea and parliament say, well, we according to the section where now waiting there for say decision making in terms of how they will be able for do appointments. The way that they do appointments, them it follows due process. But the due process, you get material then where you forgive the material where the part of the consultation is a letter. So as long as that constitution man get that gap there where it say how for consult now later, then the other man will say, well, consultation, not to so it mean. Now for love, sit down, we talk, we decide. Then you don't create that window there because when you make the policy, you never look into those things. All you try for do, now for likely look, some of them, they are doing it, whether because of a policy, whether they try for change for their own favor, or some of them because of negligence, like the constitution, for letting for don't make them, whether because of them give other work for good do the constitution, I don't go do all the findings, the people I don't get their opinion, but other than get for come for handle the interpretation, me na part of them, and me I get a double role. So you find that some people in double role they affect for let things they not work because now you they don't give the constitution finally finish them. But if you didn't get that moment of that transition where you try for handover now a period of transition, the car you not fast track, then 2018 don't come. Election don't come. So these are the factors where they evaluate, they look far. You get for consult people, and where they consult, they take their opinion, and where they take their opinion, you get for look between the one way make up sense. Now they go down to the ground now where you go say, I go avoid that collective frustration because now in all that thing I don't talk so. Now in the citizens they will sit down, they look now in the collective frustration where they don't get. They all that thing they are doing them bring. So how you go able for deal with them now? Some of them are then they sleep the net, then they not go become law abiding. Some of them they become this, they go they spend the money, then the development we want, where they come. So you get for look at the broad spectrum because now in they make the development get for going at each country. Because when you engage the citizens in terms of the process we want to do, and when you engage them, you get for engage them for say, I take something from them because now they all these things begin. They tell them do the recommendation, then left the people and go apply for go find out. So then we'll forget transition because this is all now what they happen. So if they go towards 2023, all man they bring strategic things and they come fast track the people and they force it under so we'll get a peaceful transition. But again with the EU, they have a limitation. But I don't know again the limitation now if then they try to go a little bit further because they may have a recommendation again when they put say when part of the recommendation when you make a manifesto there is something when I say you get for involve that manifesto there when you get for pull one thing you add one other thing but I don't know in detail about it but I don't know how far that one they back they accept them. In other words, people in manifesto then get for look and they accept them before they give certain things and for legal turn up na election but they're not able for pass not say like would they condemn una would they stop this they can always retreat then come outside and able but we might not reach there and hope we not go reach there when them they begin say we do sanction or no go help una again the kind of things but we don't want those kind of things to reach now for that one when they bring recommendations then we sit down, we know we systemize the work, now we get the country, then we take their and we make them up and we allow them to say, okay, we keep quiet. Some of them, instead of we keep quiet, we will be no saying I cannot reach them. Explain to the people and why you do. But if not, they go say, you don't put money for go even do voting. And the one then we did behind this election, we don't give her the money because we now not been get the way we make our structure, we would depend on ourselves due to preceding way country don't day from economy. Then if you find out they get for they pull the voice because they say the election not to say it get for me, when I not get for they go put another voting thing when I go to these people there. That means when I save money. So you see, so it delay tomorrow other plans them or other projects that will be done they come. We be then they under the hands of the European Union or something like the other things and then we will get influence because we're not exposed to that, but we don't want that. But there is no way for now I didn't get for try and get independence when they were able to forget anything where they do. But all the cooks say the one day when individuals we concerned in any politics, we concerned in decision making, then we're able for they do consultation. And then they're able to do that way, then we're able to listen to the people and way then they give them opinion and polls towards development and look at the other one before they go again, the issue will be happening at Germany. It was just a simple process because in now again, like I talk the international way would they do policies and process with them. But that one is another day for it. But I will just frame out say those labs in Germany, there was something what they call subsidiary protection. It was not easy to get, but that was the only window been there. If they been get a good relationship wherein you get the ambassador and the citizens and they been get that proper communication, because we find out in information lack between the embassy and the people who they struggle with. But what in the government they don't accept, the what people they say they pay them, the one winner evidence, then the newspaper will be put this one, they call them DW, then German news. Then I think DW means Deutsche Welle. But this particular Deutsche Welle newspaper, it actually go in detail. It talk about even a case study of one Guinean. But what they do, the process was called embassy hearing. The embassy hearing, then they actually go pay the ambassador them when then they can then get the one they were the federal office for the migration and refugees, where then get the group what they call BAMF. BAMF then they give certificates to people then where they can change their status from one state, they can give them education, do other things, but it can condition they vary based on the story the way you're hearing them. But the point is that them BAMF they are them actually being go pay through the federal office, then they pay the office for the use of the office. That's when they go use the office for this interview process when they do exportation. So they pay the embassy that themselves be part of this as witness. So what it mean lead to them now for letting go try get rid of people and will not get digital, because what they try for, they're trying to go to a digital ID identification wherein you all the people out there they undergo digital identification. That is not the reason of exportation, but those are all the factors that will lead up. So that without them before don't they will not be get that status of a refugee, then only get for say, well, we if we're not able to take with the but what are they trying to bring here? The government in order for it is smart enough for avoid that embassy here in wherein then they give them money for do that process day. So now for that one day, then if we don't take, then say, well, now good consideration for what they call subsidiary protection. It again every 2-3 years. It not go easy forget, but then find a way for make the story for them so that for don't left. But again, yeah, because of other things that don't happen behind and it go difficult. But these are all depending on what they call where the international relationship and what are your policy and what you understand about the other man in policy where they bring to you, and you have your own policy where they say they do individual will make you people and go before you go able for put them in a planning, development, review, and you implement them, and then you come back, you finally review. But those stages all involve robustness and understanding. But only hope say we leaders then go able for help for understand then situation how then they do. Where they sometimes people and they can't inside for help them, then they go know how then they go inside in things there. And other than they call for come do something at the country, they know how far then they go down. They will then reach a point now, they can show you other things, do this. But all these things are just political. Let it not be political, let it be voting what they call we on the economy, there's something development for the social economy. Instead of would they get partners them way, then they get more of that monetary profits. Because one the civil profits. And when the civil profits the civil profits and the profits from what you invest, not to just that man will go make that aviation. The man they make the aviation and monetary policy and monetary profits. Now you profit you want more. And even if they tell you say they employ, but the employment, remember, his aim is to maximize profits, and then he try to avoid any loss. So you now the civil profits, and that civil profit now they talk about corporate tax and other things. It's quite a lot to it. Thank you very much for giving me the platform, and let God continue to help you and continue to help with country and with leaders. And thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Usfriend.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah.
That's not Usfriend in your submission for today. You ready to listen? It's Saturday. And you know how we can do Saturdays now, yeah. I open the phone line 232-78-990-991. That's our WhatsApp. 232-78-990-991. Now WhatsApp. Or you can call direct United States or United Kingdom. United States on 1-646-610-3107. United Kingdom now 44-739-803-0402. If you're watching on Facebook, looking at the green section, now the numbers then DD. If you think so, don't do well, then in the next 5 minutes, we will close the line. We wait for the call, make us see if It gets Umar Kaba. Hey, Umar. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now they go. You get two people them we don't block. Sometimes you just don't need bad energy. Eh? Sometimes you just don't need bad energy. Where you want to do Vuvuzela, just go elsewhere. Yeah? I be no say professor get for call. Let we come with professor. I no say get for do it that policeman. Yes, Albert, you get 5 minutes, sir. Waiting you want for share with we.
Yes, I want to share being that they teach the class criminal justice, intro to criminal justice, and one of the chapter where I just finished for talk about policing issues and challenges. And where I seen a video of the police officer, the slapper. So now for that, I say, well, make myself challenge because I talk about that. You get what they call problem police officer. Also, you get what they call police brutality and deadly force. So if you go allow me for tell you and you listener, you think problem police officer mean that will be fine. So over the talk about problem police officer, this now then police officer or exhibit certain behavior as indicated by high rates of citizen complaint or police brutality, use of police language or deadly force likely to cause death. And now officer fall into this category because you see where it is slap the individual through police brutality or they use language against that individual. And with and such department, we don't want that kind of police than they around at the department. And the department also for learn how for train the police officer how for de-escalate that kind of situation. And last but not the least, like in the state, for example, other incident that can happen, you get the civil society or the public hue and cry. So if we say we get civil society group and that, I think that's the time they need for stepping into that kind of thing for say, no, we don't want this kind of behavior within the police rank. At least therefore condemn the behavior of the police officer for slap individual. So I think this now the time modern civil society or call themselves civil society for come in. Not to just on other issues of politics, but be everything. So now my submission that.
But you see the video, some of
Yeah.
you other company police officers them they try for pull and they but it be still the tower.
Yes. Well, even in the state, they get a kind. In fact, for that now, like in the case of Minnesota, the police officer will kill that individual. So there's now policy they in place say if the company police officer they team up, do something instead for the trouble. Yes, now police officer try for help in draw in company, pull them, shield them away. But the police officer say and not do nothing, it's still they insist for slap the individual. So yes, now officer try, at least he make effort. It's just that in company, not slow down, and still they slap the individual.
Thank you very much, Professor.
Welcome.
Yeah. Okay, if you be don't call we a return call. Where you call, just call one thing, yeah? Because definitely we will return your call. And when we return the call, we hope to say you did it for answer. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and where you call from, please.
I call from Virginia.
Yes, sir. You get 5 minutes, sir.
All right. We'll talk about the police, about the way it treats the citizen, right?
No, everything goes. Anything you want to talk about today and Saturday.
Okay. First of all, I talk about the police force. So the way the police they treat the citizens all right, and they need for train and recruit more of them for how for handle issue because we don't see several cases where police take the law in their hand, So with the advised Papa government or the police, the NUC them I don't call them the IG for now they train and guys them how for treat the the citizen them because out of who taxes them, who pull and taxes them that they pay them, If I touch back on the issue of Germany, like it's not a politics stuff, The people in back where they did it, where on the struggle, they need for pull them out of politics. Not begin to cost president or politicians them or beats up or the embassies them or officials them. When I try for negotiate with the people them, like when the man we don't cancel, we don't keep me to them first. You understand? My own suggestion, like when I try for know the way forward, and because also on this one, always saying with the post but if we overreact, when will make the people them wait for faith for now and back off. And when they back off, I don't know if they need them back because no matter what, like it's just like you no matter how I call them right now or they know they are on a party, what I need for for work with them, so that they will get solution how for stop the deportation. Because sometimes I don't me I grew up in Germany. I just moved to America for like 3 years ago. In Germany I got my paper. I go through the same process where the old man go through, so but we know to what I will pass anyway. Who can straight from France, So the last option back where I advised my brothers them they now the citizen them because like when we take lawyer, the lawyer tell me plain say, hey, when I hold you picking them because German them picking a neighborhood. So my advice is when I find woman them we get citizenship or paper for able now the last option that because Europe now one system, you run safe in Germany right now, you go to France, they catch you the fingerprint, you send it back to Germany. So that my own advice standard to my brothers them and keep cool, respect the authorities, work together, and for me and get resolution for how to go solve them problem. So that's my advice standard for this night. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Salon police, not the slap, na pata de pata. Yeah. Yes, caller, ID live on air. You name and say the call from, please.
This time you bring the call from Maryland.
5 minutes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Pa. Let God continue for bless you, give you long life and your body. Let Tankaiva Sababu. Sometimes we can blame politicians there, but now we still citizens and I will get the problems there. Because I see where some people can comment, sometimes I see they laugh. I say, hey God. I say, now make them politicians and they tack now we will give them job because they know problems there. Then look, even when they don't walk out of parliament, if they say back then get parliament sitting, they see them when they get fun. Even that they them they argue because I'm not calling debate or if they argue. They say when they make fun. I see Mame Bangua, three people there and they laugh. Even the deputy speaker and they laugh and they make fun. Why we will say we sympathize with them? Will they go and attack personality? This is a disgrace to ourselves. Not to everybody they involve in politics. Like the question will be as that program will be get where you ask for will be honorable or for let get access for vote in a salon. Which one will you choose? Me, I say I choose for Mecca, I get right for vote. Any say what are they? It don't matter. If I know this salon, I get right for vote. Me, I know the first for that will be honorable. Because the one they will come on here, then they go meet the one in a salon. The one they come on here, the more corrupt part the one they will in a salon. Because then we don't deny, then they go the advantage, say, oh, I get money, I dey go buy symbol. We don't get that symbol, that money we don't spend. You get for try back, forget that money and make profit. And we see in terms of outside the count, now back in the count. You know, sometimes salon, we talk, but people only listen. Now we say now we get the problem, not the position and get the problem. Me like go to the police then. When they talk say kidnapping they go on at the country. It's very simple when they use that statement then they. Now recently I don't remember the day na my kin. I don't know if now Monday or Tuesday, when now one area in the call they look in town, now one school. Then catch one lady with two guys then. Then they try for load then at the police car. If you then go around, they say then go miss back for kidnap back. One became at the school day. The thing just don't run part in the country. Then police then they hide them, then say not to kidnapping. How they call that one day? If they see all over evidence and they go around. If then people are not put security in place in that country, it's just too much. This is how they go right now. You know, when you try follow, we try the begin them and then you will learn. We said then they so something other one and they will get for can join them, or other one and they will get for can become doctor, lawyers, then ministers, or any other profession where they get for candy. But if they put in our school right now, come and they afraid now for staying they begin in our school. Every day, me I get for when they call me picking up, we talk to her, where they go to school. Make sure you wait for your uncle for can pick you. Anybody who can say me uncle, now you say they can't pick, no good day. It's too fearful. I hope say the government and the security forces they're going to put things in place for let the state be peaceful. No begin worry about this kidnapping business. I just don't want to get. Thank you very much. May God bless we all.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim.
All right, thank you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, see? We Saturday regulars, so now you from now. So I go down, lock the phone line. They call name. We sabi we safe. I see if I owe anybody. Not yet. In the next 5 minutes, the phone line they close. Okay. Hey. Tell us you don't know what the guy them be they try for talk. The one they want about energy, sir. I don't have time for that right now. Sunday, I don't mind, but sometimes. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and the call from, please.
This is Ezekiel. I call from Oregon.
Okay, look like so Mark don't beat you by chest today. You get 5 minutes, sir.
Thank you, sir. So, I want to begin with the Gambia issue for Syria and the permit issues on Sierra Leoneans. The last time I just really talk about we own country, why we they ever try for make policy. They try for waiting for understand. Like it look like say Sierra Leone. I think the president no more car with the policy thing na parliament. And before say the union waiting now for just come up with policies and plans that we go help the country, in all areas. But the only time who they say then they introduce something new policy or new thing, pass away now the president ain't no more the car with that idea. What thing would they pay them for? Because they're supposed for they look into all these things, immigration policies, and see, who's one way it work for we people and who's one way they work, so that then go come up with a policy change, enhance them or fix something. Why would they pay them? This issue, where would they face right now? Look, waiting. Something connected to the airport thing where then they go with. I will can't they, but I just they try for see what thing we parliament they do. Like what sign are the policies and way that they make or way we don't one day see them call police commissioner or police leader for come ask them about certain things where they happen for they can testify under oath in a parliament. We never see that. APC una did una can introduce something. If how you call it, if Abbas Bundu no one allow una for like out, at least with the CM and with the area. Why una not they introduce anything? Anything where is favorable for the people of Sierra Leone? We not they see anything. You know, this constitution, 91 constitution, this constitution can be modified by some things that una they introduce. You know, they change the main thing, but una it can modify certain part of it. Una try for fix some things away for work for we. Long na can go to the president's desk and say not the signer. Now we know. You know, so and they say this be in connection of this immigration policies the way then get now the Gambia and Liberia particularly, where then they can run after with people them every year for let them pay for permits for stay there. It don't there for a long time. Then you know, then they make money per day. Where then they even use for pay the immigration officers there. Una just sit down like dummies. Because if una be don't meet with them for let una get that bilateral understanding for let them do until we citizens there, then they continue for do freaking una introduce some things away there for face. Simple. Then the Gambians say if you see them during diamond time na kono where they been the Canada we country car raking money go build mansions upon mansions na their country. With the same with teachers and they then go educate them. Yet then they run after with people and for papers. And now she don't like dummies. For how many years now? This if like what they say, then they do it for politics. After the political atmosphere don't pass, just then go continue for do it because they make money for them. And then they do it the right way. Then the policeman no they go catch one person, take money, put it in pocket. Way system they work, you see how then they enjoy them, then they try for enforce them constantly because they make money for them. If they pay people them, if they employ people them, way then they go after them people and they forget paper. Then they make money, if they employ them people them. Nobody not in a parliament way they for God's sake, once on a while, scratch your brain, open a little bit, and say, why are they do this to we people them? You know, then you begin to see whose kind of income then they get out of that process. Now make it then they do them. And as a result, you will find out how many people and whether immigration department they employ for run out for check people and paper on a yearly basis. All of a sudden you find out say now job so we will for don't create for probably 2,000 people in Sierra Leone. Una not do una just go where then go feel you belly no more you come. You say then go change ya. Come on, man. Una scratch una brain for God's sake small. Why would they pay una parliament? Why? Well, no one they hear any policy. When they come up with the way nothing way modifiable for with people so that then go see and say yes, this it go help with people. Pass the president go with something, we'll go with her. All they holla yeah, and that's it. As long as they know they talk about modifying anything. That year, all market, let's say not 10 people, if they holla yeah, it go pass nay. Why una need the vote? Go cast something, let them record that. Where they say yeah, so una not get no record. So if somebody say that policy where they be with in a parliament, you be vote for them. If you say I no vote, whose record you get? Because they not just yeah, una be waiting for una record, and nay una record the sound. No record nobody's action towards that. So if somebody say I'm not responsible for that policy, that's it. Because you don't get no record. Now sound you record. Oh man, come on. Una open on the brain small. Then una begin change some things there where it makes sense. Come on, man. This thing don't make sense. All this thing una they see like small picking there. Come on. Sierra Leone, come on. So right now, you see the problem una they face, where would they talk them una need to take them serious? How you feel say other countries go take we serious. The idea for let you go out now other place, you say you want car with people like for car develop you invest in your country. Now forget a system in place where respectable. How people and one can a country and can do investment on a flight issues where plane for come a country where it get precious lives them on board. we get a body wey for approve that process dey. When una your country approve that institution dey, then una dey come bypass am. Ebo. And then una dey wonder wetin na corruption. Na the corruption that dey. Then don't go meet one person, and that one person don't create avenue of understanding. You don't come meet una because in dey in authority. Now everything just dey go this way, go this way, go this way. How you expect for let them respect you in your country? You dey talk about the Gambia, na small country, then they respect them because then they respect their own law. No big man, no they go meet one policeman. He say that person the way they run after for immigration paper. I want let you left her. As you talk that they inside they get problem. Small country, you see how then they get respect small. By the time they know this, no, then they on top of we will be the same people and they for go educate them. Not to any other thing. Now respect any into institution now will not get, and they always begin with leaders there. Now their own government, not to even now opposition. Now una government. Now una not they respect the institution where una put in charge for let approve certain things. How all of a sudden then go meet chief minister? Are you kidding me? Now in there for go meet? Now una self they undermine the whole process. So the idea for let people then go na a place now we forget strong institution. Now una self they undermine. This now una you now. Look how una they undermine una self. You know? So the problem it will always be into it will always come down to the institutions and the policies that will get in that country. They will not they respect none. You know, you will try to follow the rules, you know. Again, the other thing I talk about, even the idea of people the way they want to go into parliament, into government in Sierra Leone. You can come out, get now all you exceptionalism idea where you reach in Sierra Leone, now they for end. If you want for practice and then go begin tell you, if it's a nice be everything where you come on oversee. Yes, obviously we want when you get your idea of exceptionalism from America, when you go yonder, you definitely need for combine them and try for see who side if for work, who side not for work. But again, when the institutions they're not strong, they're not there, you know. So as a result, you end up for then they frustrate you. The best thing you end up for do pass your commodity. You know, the reason why even Tawa still did it. Now because they know say if them pull out stand on you, he will still win. Now make and they know say they will lost vote on that side because they can't kick him out of parliament. You know, so now make it still did it, but it's not viable. You know, you see how then they end up for poor, you know, but the only question they ask is Tawa, when you try for look for like-minded people in the opposition and everywhere, not to just if you stand on your own, you know, go work now for find, you know, like-minded. We want for see, we want for Yeri say you been the canvas other young man there for let them join you, for let una they come up with some things there where it will help the citizenry of that country. You know, if you want for just do and by yourself, your name go come up, you know, your name go, we go talk about you, but you know they go nowhere. So I want to let you begin looking to that. Find a way how you go build coalition, you know, and the coalition way they build you for tell and say, well, for the truth we did. If we not, then come with something where he right, we all for still support them for the country. If not something way wrong, then I will join up for law say no, this is wrong. You know, now so you for begin build coalition. You know, tomorrow when you want to go for the highest office. Even them people and they, even if then they against you, then will give you that respect that you not team building person, you know. So even at the highest place, you been go around for let una come up with a like-minded idea where you go help the people, you know. What una day under anything una they try for do for the country, you for always talk about the people and the country. When you put on that way, there you pull the party out of our field. Then you will get support and you will be able to get like-minded people. If you not get on, then you see, you know, the media not close to you at all. You can call this Sierra Network and say, you know, from the last time where this be happen for some time now, I don't try for build coalition. I don't reach behind the aisle to these people, to this group, but I'm not getting that luck. But I'm not gonna give up. I will continue. As a result, we will continue for get that message there. We will continue for press that same message there. For law, we see things changes happen now with country. Please, please, please. Una day na parliament for let una help with country for let something work for we people. Do ya una begin look into things and policies that we una for come up with whatever, whether the constitution change today not change, una can modify certain things there. Because now that now una job, not to the president no more for the car with policies, then una get ye nay. Please, please help we people, please. Me and my own contribution that I did today. Thank you so much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The ayes have it. All in favor say aye. All against say nay. Not to now say if we don't begin the ask question. From where then fix the parliament, where then refurbish the parliament, then get iPads then they. But they're not using it. If they not be, well, then we say that China be give them. Because if they not be planned for use them, why is it there? Eh? The other time we then be they vote on something when they did the same thing, we have a conversation here about that. For say, why we not they use waiting day in front of them for vote? Why we not they use them? We still they do this yea and nay. We not they get a record of anybody we vote for any policy. The record then go say, well, now this party now be there in favor. So even if inside the party somebody not say aye, well, it is what it is. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and also the call from, please.
Yeah, this is not Mike. I call from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike. 5 minutes, sir.
Yeah, the parliament there, as long as Abbas Bundu there and that, nothing better than the commander, man. Nothing better than the commander. That guy they corrupt and they continue for corrupt the parliament day. Nothing better than the commander. That Abbas Bundu there, he did it illegally, and they will find a way for pull and commander. If you're not pull and commander, nothing not they happen at the parliament day. But me want to say kudos to the opposition for them begin to stand up. Because if they not stand up, you know, they not continue for stand up, then people will continue for the bulldozer and the bulldozer. If we not be careful, then people are then win again as alone. Me not wish for anything, but if they win again, the way the country they go to when they not get no idea of how for even govern or rule anything, price control, nothing all day. Now grass will not go eat in that country. But me want to say, would I give Ben Kefala what he say? What he get? Because me not even remember again. The guy know they doing job in the country. Then they recognize that he's at West Africa. I don't get work for make. Ben Kefala go catch some of them big fish there. What they expect. Not to the teacher there, the big one there. Now they for catch, huh? They only want on thief all the money. I mean that COVID money we not see nothing from her. Go for native money. Yeah. And then guy not just pure joke, man. You know, me they urge the president 2023, please let get free and fair election in that country. You know. And to the guy we rig the election na Kabbalah, the police they for arrest that guy. You know they go change number. You know they change number inside, you know what I mean, inside the election, then they not do nothing to you. What's in this? And the same thing back happened to the other one, constituency 101 or something, when they go broke ballot box, the police they not do nothing. Now what's in the police then they for now the country now? What's in they for? You know? Man, salon, police, come on, yeah, wanna begin for think independent. Now nothing wanna for the think about how wanna go govern the country, you know what I mean? And then no chaos not come across the country. And how wanna go able to be as independent as possible. Not to for say, you know what I mean, the vice president or the president, because now they put the commissioner there or the police boss man there, wanna just do what you want. And I wanna think wisely. Yeah, not for the betterment of Salone. But any party we can wanna jump na that party. Any party we can, I wanna go be independent, man. And Salone, the way Salone they go, man. Lord, be careful, man. Oh, be careful, because the way them politicians they rule we country, I hope they begin open their mind for the betterment of Salone. And for the people of Bo, they everyone the ala for airport. You will not even build one bakery. One bakery inside Freetown and not be like now airport they go build for another Bo. I don't make laugh, man. I mean, I laughed here. Sorry, going to believe it to Bo airport. Well, I'm not afraid, go there. And I'm visiting everywhere. Go build airport for now. Hospital, ultra modern hospital. They not be like the airport where we don't renovate. They not do that. Now, Bo, if you say inside Freetown, say better plane than they can. Now, Bo, now the plane go for them. Now the plane go land. I don't work for you, Salon. Yeah, when I wake on mind they up. Sierra when I wake on mind they up. When I left this sleepy mind on I get, when I wake on mind they up. The people and then they bring on a backward, they wanna still they think backward. When I begin to think better now, they are me at the beg on at the beg on when I think like normal human being. They are I mean contribution on the bro.
Thank you very much, Mike.
All right.
Yeah. Let's call it 11 here. Your name and the call from, please.
Hi, my name is Mohammed. I call from New York.
Yes, Mama, you get 5 minutes.
Yeah, first time caller.
Oh, welcome.
Long time listener. Thank you very much. The thing I want to try for make and a couple of things them really. Law we not compare ourselves with the Gambia with laws. Gambia na the country where APC, the president here Jame, he impose say nobody no for can go bleaching criminal Gambia. He stood up. This na Indian call leadership, whether na a dictator or na a lead in people in the wrong way. This na approve for sure say you get a leader for standing on something. The second thing I want to talk about, the fight between the police officer and the civilian. This now a simple proof for tell we say everybody in our country they misuse power. It just depends how they do them. Most of some they do them physically, some they do them mentally. And one thing that way they try for proof to we say why we brother them they into politics. Now a couple of them things there or into power. One, the first one is me just believe say all politicians generally I go say now people that were lazy and go into politics. Because you go get all your PhD and everything, you go into politics, you put on into something different, it doesn't make any, they create any difference out of them. And I even get respect for the people and the carpenters, the tailors, the electricians, and all the people and they land them basic jobs and the way they call technical jobs. And it come back to the position with the how they call them, the medal with the brother Ben Kenfala. Ben Kenfala, the people like get the medal, if you buy like we all man blind and you get one eye, now you're not the chief. Now that's not so missy that medal or that whatever honor with the honor. It is good. At least they try for tell we say we they try for fight for corruption in our country. As Africa this corrupt, then give medal. Yeah, probably achieve in one way, but as Sierra Leoneans, we want to see more. Now that make we still the demand. They try for say people and they with the thief in the country, but the real people where they really get the benefits of the stealing within the country, then they go for them, probably not. So now that's not the thing way I say interim, and we country the same way it go it absolutely. It depends on the individual because I know one criticize person. It comes to the parliament. The parliament, the problem what we get is constitution. All somebody try to explain say what in the parliament they do. In Sierra Leone, now Sierra Leone you get where ABC only the party where they in charge. Now they for make laws. Now the country. Now they for bring proposals. Now they for bring bills them na the parliament within they approve. Like for example, can you come with the condition of for a write a bill where they not even gazette where it claims say it wants for mere woman them get over 30% or 30% or minimum. For gazette them, they not gazette them. I get the thing where it come about for people them forget right for votes abroad. Because na in get the idea in they come up. When the president wants for mere people them get right for mere they stand for political party, for political positions, them guess what? It's going to the parliament. When the president talk about say a day in favor of the 30% of women them, it goes to the parliament. And if I did tell you, probably I'm sorry for saying this to all we people and we brother them abroad. If we not get right for votes, believe me, we're not relevant. If we not change we own Sierra Leone constitution for more we mobilize and tell people and say the constitution na in our problem, then somebody go say no, na the individual. I will probably agree part, but laws them they change individual. If you get a law where they impose in a certain positions them for say this not do if you then at the books them say this not for do guess what? Believe you me, you go scared say no, they say this in the law, so you not get right for that. But there are so many things, the per diems, the this, the that, the way of traveling, the president leaving the country without telling nobody. They say the thing are secrets or they don't want nobody know. It's all a crime against the people that are paying you. Nobody know the way could be a public servant we could do them in secrecy. You have to be public. But if we sit down, we look at Sierra Leone today, believe you me, the constitution is our issue. We go there abroad there, we talk, we participate into everything, we give the brilliant ideas. And if we do not go back to our constitution and try to look at it and lobby, for more we get so many things. And like what did the other brother say? You go into parliament, a thing of a vote, so many things are now, even bills and the way they go to the parliament, even contracts going to the parliament. It means with the whole of the Sierra Leoneans are part of this contract. So which means when they say yeah, whatever the smallest volume na the parliament is going to go, yeah, the eye has it. The eyes have it. So you look at this, the criminology between the whole system of politicking within Sierra Leone is greater than even the people working. You know what tell me say, because the oppositions and then get so many things and we didn't go and make it done, but it will not happen. For a simple reason, because they are the opposition. Whatever that is happening, the president has to say, I decided to do it. And because I support him, Nami change him. So this good name where everybody for BC, you know for the you name for the into anything before it happened. This is the problem what we get. So I thank you again very much for all your time, your resources them, and the whole team, everything where they put into all the things that are day in, day out. I appreciate you now very much, and I tell you thank you for me. You make few people hearing me voice or more people hearing me voice, and may God bless you now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. No, tell we say, we not they do we part, not so. We all really come here daily for voice out. We they play we part. Yes, caller, Leone, yeah?
Yeah, Nami Triple A.
Yes, sir. 5 minutes, sir.
Nami to talk to?
Yes, sir. Yes, now you.
Okay. It's been a while. Okay, the first thing is let me address me buddy Mike from Philly where he said there for pull Abbas Bundu. Let's show me the way how they go pull them. Because I not see how it thinks they go pull Abbas Bundu. It's not gonna happen. And secondly, new opinion what they give, I know they give opinion. I know they need to spokesperson for any party, APC, SLPP, or any other of the parties. Then, my new personal opinion I they give, so let anybody not construe and say at the top for any party. Now, some people they talk about Lima, but what they fail for realize is Lima is Deputy Internal Affairs Minister, a role in the security of the state. So people might not like it, or some might like it, but what they do now and what they do, it secure the state How he does it, not the question, but now enroll them one day for secure the state. So if people not like well, they can contend with that, that's not an issue to deal with. But what they do now enroll them one day for protect the state. As far as Sylvia Blyden is concerned, I think say he don't outlive in usefulness. I like her, a smart woman, because at the age of 26, when himself don't give him biography, all the things in way don't do, But Sylvia Blyden is not her grandpa, SSJ Pratt. SSJ Pratt now been originally SLPP man, who skillfully transitioned into APC, and he led a successful party life with the SLPP. It was very successful, but Sylvia, he don't outlive in political life by pronouncements where they make, even though she's right, that's an opinion, But the things in way they say sometimes I don't agree with, And as far as running for higher office and not sit down and they go up and probably it will go back now in home base Leicester and go on for member of parliament. They might vote for her, but for whole big time office in a salon, it not go happen. Because in the things the way they don't talk and pronouncements the way they don't make, they will hold her against her, And I don't take it before long time ago, after I come out jail, when he made that pronouncement, say, in a prospective candidate for the flag bearer of the APC. She was a marked lady from that time on, then he began to take on the chairman. So that means don't give him a negative. So in political aspiration for becoming president of that country, they don't become nada. And so these are the things then I look at, and where I look at, I say, well, let me call in today, Abbas Bundu, you cannot move Abbas Bundu from his position. And people talk about the opposition not get bites and not get bites because they don't, because they are not in the majority. Majority carries the vote. That's the thing people should understand. They can talk from January to December. If the opposition don't have the vote in parliament, anything this administration wants for past two parliaments, then go pass them. That's the reality. They can highlight from now till December to next year. It not mean anything because your opposition don't have the vote. And the vote is what is the most important thing. So for the halala and shout and cause and call people name, it don't make any sense. They don't have the vote, they don't have it. And Abbas Bundu, then the faithful realize say, it mean they're on the other side from 1985. He only transitioned in 2018 after the election. So he know them. What he learned from them, now they use against them so now. So like I said, now John Pamento and John Reyes. That's how salon politics they operate. They self know that, but then just admit as if they don't know. That's my contribution, sir.
Thank you very much, Ayo.
All right, sir.
Yes, sir. We'll come with, I think, we last caller or second to last caller for today. Yes, caller, ID live on here. You name and side call from, please.
Oh, AAA.
Yes, sir. 5 minutes, sir.
You look like Sabi one late today. Thank you very much, my brother, for taking the call. First of all, I will start with that police officer. That guy, if for go court and for go jail. Many they talk to, I know they waste too much time on her. If for go court and then for find them guilty, he not even get no other proof, no investigation. That they we see him, the guy they uncover, and in a tributing. If anybody, if not photographs police, now I mean they beat the guy, we can understand. But now in charge of the station, tributing. I don't know what tributing mean now, but first and tributing a big guy.
Yeah, an assistant superintendent of police.
Right. And now we see they beat the guy. Like saying I went for him picking house. That tells you, I know how for they go back and forth. But this now part of the things and the upbringing Africa man fit say Ian somebody no go talk or nothing no go happen, you know, put your hand on somebody. We like for put we hand them on people them. We like that. This guy for go jail. Now let's come to Sylvia. Live a crazy. Sylvia Blyden get every right for say what he wants. Say, no call for war. People in America would they read that all the time? When election they come, what did they talk about? They say the Catholic voters. The Catholic voters. What did me make go Donald Trump slide go down? But who lost the day, whether a gay marriage or same-sex marriage or abortion, you know why Republican candidate are always sliding on that side? Not for because of Catholic voters. Not for because of Catholic voters. And then they hide and then they talk all the time. Catholic voters. Just yesterday, where Biden go to Italy at that G20 summit, they're talking because in the second Catholic president ever, where United States don't get. And today the Catholic bishop them they try not for allowing for making take a communion because he support abortion. You know, even them the interview this morning, they say, yeah, the Pope don't settle that out. So when Sylvia not say nothing back, Sylvia talk say, maybe the Muslim themselves go call now for let we get a Muslim president. Then I say the Muslim then they go first. Because the past president of Pakabana be Muslim, then we get this man Kroma now be Christian, then this man with it now being Christian. So the woman just say maybe because in talk say give and take, in feel say the Muslim population higher pass. Well, not may not be believed, but one of my good friend, where they call Abubakar, we can listen this show been proven to me because 2019 I've been in a Freetown with fast month camp. He begin tell me say, man, we fast month can I against Christian themselves they help Muslim them for fast. I say bona lie. This country now 50-50. But we fast month meet me, they now find out. Anything we want to, hey, Brana, the fast month. Hey, Brana, the fast month. Hey, now we na fast month, now say shit. Me need to sit down again, the fast month meet me now. So yeah, he right what they say, give and take 50-50. Maybe the Muslim population higher. So now that no more be the try for say, you not say anything for war or any effect. Maybe now in your head they go there. This boy, this young man just get problem. He get problem. Wusai people learn hard they go save now they go now. So what did they try for talk to Muslim in the count with war? This young man, something wrong with life. They left the lady alone. Then the next one, this German chaos. Me, are they in the middle of this? I don't know if I go blame the government or blame the German people. Then people that continue to talk say which man they lie. Would I tell you say which man they lie? Would I tell you say which man they lie? Would they see them all the time? So then they pass them go put them per machine for test them na lie they lie. How them call that machine they self? Wouldn't they go test them? It's lie detector, right? Then sit down that is which man they lie. Then which man German man they lie. Really? German man they lie? The people in go will not get handle. Now na president. Now he say so. Now he say law na come back. So I they feel so sorry because I see another video where they go around within the show with comrade them with them picking them. I mean young people that they sleep almost now on over gutter where they put wood there and then lay down with their tent. And then just like then we party, then construction party partner will get now they put for them. Now they go use. I mean with people that say now within a village not go use that. They go rather go sit down on a bush, they whip them waist with stick. Then go sit there inside smell thing like that. So it's not good. You know, I don't know. Now next time I can write comment. Waiting really what the government going to do for ease this problem. Let the government call back the ambassador in Germany when a salon tell us say, I don't know. But I mean, are they in the middle of this? Me not to. I'm not just sit down no more and take the wrong beer Marabi on this because I don't know. I don't know the fact. I don't know if they give Marabi money. I don't know if Namada Biotel and say, you know what, when I don't get Boku problem, when I ship them come back. I don't know that. I don't know to what extent one Mother Bio can stop them. I don't know. So we need to go all in on this. I didn't at the middle. Then this EU and State House. Now one in the give them people there. Then people here, let me tell you, any side where you see smoke, fire they come. Now one in the where you see them people are not crazy. Where you see them they go to Ram, now that White House or State House, then they go to the other one, Makini. Then don't they smell something? Then don't they smell something and they don't invest money because they don't be giving people out boku money. Then don't they smell something and then go for one them. Then go for one them. You know, because the way where this guy they move, this guy completely they go out of control. Like say, it is strategically they put people in a strategic position. They position himself now. Now that's what they do. Waiting that guy for end up with, let God help the one who did it. Me no did it. The worst stuff, I not see him, I not smell him, I not taste him. I don't know nothing. That's what people don't come out, they can tell me, say, the one that's what it look like. Let God help plenty. The next one, my brother, the parliament and the speaker. This is funny. I watched that in the live, just like we one of the callers say. Let people are the Chris. They tell people and say we'll not get parliament. Somebody that day they watch the AYV, why they say, is this a parliament or kindergarten? They say filibuster. Now I say this person know if you know what in the word filibuster mean. You don't know the filibuster. Filibuster now the opposition, not the filibuster. Because now then they go hold the floor, then they talk for let the other one, they not get chance for talk. But that day, the opposition not be they talk that much. Now the SLPP now they mean they knock the box. Me not they talk, but would have be they talk for too long. Because the people are not be they talk for too long. Ivy Kagbo and the other guy not talk for too long. Now the opposition and they be they interrupt. Then they disrupt, then they knock box, and then they give back talk. The guy then they talk like say na Mabela na do Usidon, like so Usidon na Gambo Gron. Then free talk. Can you believe this na parliament? I'm not say parliament. Would they see parliament then? Where people then they throw shovel, but this is past that. I mean, the man they talk, then they give back talk, then they give them slogan, they can't stop. Then you call land the parliament. This na young man that wouldn't go take the gun, put the kindergarten. Then they take a porn star, they make her for head them. So who's how to go? Anyway, the another one, this right to vote, I don't make this long time ago. The right to vote are they with them? I completely disagree. For let them be the commoner, they go stand under because the evidence are there. We go call them, starting from Logos. Logos na Maryland, he go take 12 million, he eat up and rot in Boston. Now run away, don't run away back, you don't cancel those. What in Logos then do? Then get them, they boku. Show me any politician who don't come out abroad, whether a member of parliament or cabinet minister. Me not say he go build bridge, not to the work, but we make an impact. Even at the parliament. Wouldn't that the only one who don't make an impact in that parliament, na homegrown, when at our concept. The man get a God in stand against in even though we're inside the constitution, they get a clause inside the constitution so when you speak against your party, they can remove you, then call an anti-party something. But the Bobo holding ground. Show me anyone that already there so because Boku they win oversee the command. Anyone will believe saying that the people and send me now, even though na party na give me symbol, but they can't speak for the people them. If una want, una take the symbol and una throw me come on a parliament. None of them. The other one where they call that lawyer guy, waiting an NCF we come on a kainao, we say it help Tawa. Now the two in the na mugu wait until what happen. When they take his small bag in a hand. The guy can't in back na TV, they cry. He hope he don't swear we. Let's see trouble. He hope he don't swear we. Say if we not support her, let God kill we or let God pay we the Sierra Leonean them. Then I turn back. He come up here we. When they tell us in position with the pull on the hand. Waiting in nature, that lawyer guy, that skinny one. When what fever like saying a cola, the cola way the chap has the green and for her. Give out. Nine. Is it talk like what I get fully? Like say not grain cola they eat. When they talk 9 run away back, he left our by in one grain. He go back because the porn that porn star Arasa, he don't go back. Tawan and one holding ground. Even the way information minister go to up, they tell us, say, I'm the big man in the house. They say that guy arrogant. You crazy in America, you cannot be in front of the Senate. Then you go tell them, say, I'm the big man in the ground. In fact, then they hold you for contempt. Not jail you go. Now go to the last one, my brother. This kidnapping thing, this it don't become embarrassing. I don't know if it's not propaganda or the real story. Trade then talk say, they show we video. Then police then come then talk say, no, this guy na young girlfriend they make plumber. But we trade back we already know the one small picking, we lost the fending body under that Savage Street Bridge. Then one man back make another video not too long ago. One bobo we want go kidnap. Then one lady back with them put in picture with in body all the pull come on. So I don't know what that for believe. Now then they talk say now APC they make propaganda. APC they talk say this man. But let me say one thing. Sierra Leone not get any control. Marabio it don't lost Salone in terms of security. Sierra Leoneans are not secure. The lawlessness within that continent, not that one of the things that will be make me talk say, Marabio the best person. Because we all know how much the whole world, the whole America has themselves, how much they respect, even though they respect policeman, but how much to the level they respect army man. Now that idea they maybe they go with say, Marabio go can restore idleness and lawlessness in this country. In fact, Marabio, it makes Anas Bakroma look like a genius because he beat in time. The lawlessness, who would go to that country every year? Right now, the member for go. But they see the lawlessness. The last one, my brother, this Gambia thing. This one, I get another forum here, I get Padida who don't argue with. This thing, I don't tell people, just like what you yourself say. Within the ECOWAS community, Sierra Leone are the only Combra country, hands down. In fact, we foreigner in the council's advantage for we inside Salon. They need to do the nothing, let alone ask them for laissez-passer or working permit or passing permit. Look at in the torture we brought in Guinea for laissez-passer. Guinea of all places. And Liberia self say better. I don't know if they ask Liberia for work permit. You know, small Gambia. I get friends and within a Gambia. One of my friends, they talked the other day. They said, me man, where that thing can come, I got for pay me picking school fee, I got for pay me rent, yeah, I got for pay this thing. They said, if you be for saying not true, what in this woman say, that's about 3,000 or so, or $3,000 see, now they don't pull, come on and hate so forth. So I hope, say, just like what you said, not to politics, but it's not right. The amount of road and they treat Sierra Leoneans within the region, where you can't as Salon. Now Salon, look that we brought in London. Where we get a case study. Now here Nigeria man get problem. Then treat the Nigeria man over him. The policeman and then seize that man in things and then they use the microwave and couch them because Nigeria man go talk say in things they lost now then treat the Nigeria man over with your brother. That can't continue with Salon be. Salon man they kill your Salon brother for stranger. But anytime when we go to any of them country and we in the torture. Now we in the show say until now we get good belly. Well, they will not mix with you na good belly business. Who they tell you now what we on law differ. Now we get Ghana man then they Nigeria man they not for talk. Guinea and they not for talk. Liberia and they not for talk. Then they even seize advantage pantap we police and they come back. Just like we picking the good cause trouble at school, the teacher beats and then come back and mama say beat and back. Foreigner then they can't seize advantage with the police and they come back now we didn't for dumper. Now that how much Salon good. So if these things are true, I hope they're not true. Let the people then get some slack. Come on, Gambia, we're not for be ashamed of that. If not that you know and we self will nothing for do, last say to all me from brother then, una all una that did the whole come on Gambia, then they begin pay. Then they begin pay or una they go back. Or una always be they go there from me because una get that Gambia connection. Una all go back home. Or una they begin pay let's say passing. Now in that me brother.
All right, thank you very much, Omar.
Hi.
Yeah. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and the side call from, please.
Hello, I'm here to talk to you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the call from UK. Me not Joe.
All right. You get 5 minutes, sir.
Okay. I want to touch on a few topics. It's an open topic today, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I just want to touch on policeman. Let me see. And I just happy that the police authorities and take action and then suspend them and then they go punish them more because that really unacceptable. That's a good step where they don't take, and we just hope say the matter will be dealt with and will be punished. Secondly, I want to go to the German issue where they go on. You see, AAA, we live overseas, and it's a very sad situation for the people with the Germany. They really feel for. They really feel for them. But waiting me not collect for you. See, we Salomon them quick we don't begin brings up to you because me don't understand why people in the. It's not that I say I the support saying our government or the defense in our government while they're in the portal. Where are the young people in the state? Government don't take money. How you go take money for me to deport your own people where don't go society for Burkina Faso? Where the people where they you not get list of them say this why so they against me. To me that did not make sense. Then the other thing what you campaign asylum business. We get for people and get for understand. Where you campaign asylum business, yes, now you find all they come together as one for fighting case. But we campaign asylum business, you don't reach to the point like this, not to Jama business. All man get different case when you campaign asylum. So everybody get a fair way for fet you case. Because one thing now for asylum business that Tripoli, you oversee, you say they oversee the Europe. With man, may they grant you asylum because of economic situation that you don't see. That thing they don't pass. So now asylum based on your story where you they give. Because what you for understand where I be done the year for people the one day when they in situation in Germany, they say most of them not get passports or because once I if I want show some man I don't know if Napa you program the other thing the guys they need to give where the people in the action for passport, so man need to give because we give the passport one time, they don't get grounds for deport you. So then we do go to Salo embassy for go take paper for show say then as a because embassy we don't tell the German people and say we need to issue passport because the passport na biometric, so we go give documents for me that identifies the Salina. And when you look typically we don't see say people in the bidon, other people, other nationals in the bidon they use Salon as scapegoat for me say grants and own. So now the thing is that then people they not get passports, so man not get present passports. So now German don't say okay, we'll like identify on the people. So Salon government get for say yes, I get for identify. Salon government don't grab say I not sabi them, not to me people them. You know go deny import where you not see. Not for say they talk now say for me then deport there. We get for be very careful sometimes in the how they follow things in social media. We get for be very careful how they make comments in social media. People and they in a very sad situation. We get for listen to how some man in your story. Some man right now me know some few people where fall in that witness every day. They don't begin find a way for begin seek another second option. Because they no ones for begin say, oh, demonstrate, they say no more demonstrate, gonna sleep na street, they don't know what else, they wait for government they stay. And this thing now German government don't making decisions. Salon government just get for come to them for help for solve a diplomatic way. Then we say, okay, now this, when I give them people like this kind of thing when I give them. It's gonna be a negotiation. Which is why the government get for do something. The thing nothing that the government in hand. It didn't that German government in hand. Typically. It's all like when me get us against you. I say AAA, you for command and me host 6 months. You be find people that have can beg me, or you go find a big person where me, the landlord, I get respect for can talk to me. So that's how the situation is. It's a very sad situation, and the thing about asylum seeking, like I don't say, you get for find a very solid story now for seek asylum. Which man they grant you asylum because of economic situation. Then our country. Then they know what's in the gun our country. So man, most of them people also where don't go. I don't say they don't they under them 5 years, 6 years. So man don't begin talk the language. But then case them be the asylum na a case. They come, you give you a case, then give you whatever that they look into you. They don't see and say some man in case no old water. Now they want to talk to me, them go back. It's very sad. It's very sad. I will let that side. Second, I they go to this other thing about the this one where Umar will talk about this now. The parliament. The parliament, Salon, and they say, you see, people the way they go to parliament, they don't go to parliament not to forgo to represent people. Have a personal interest. Then they own at the talker. Now for their own personal interest and for party business. It's not for the people. Some man in a parliament in constituency, they even fight for in constituency. Some man in a parliament in the happen in constituency where people and they go through something and they able to defend. It's for all about their own personal interest. And we don't see how the parliament they go arguments they come. This not there for this not there for this. We not ever see Salon parliament where in terms of voting or waiting something come up where they all come together, they unify. So yeah, this is good. Even if something where they approve, say they all vote, they go for begin argue and before force again argument or waiting self back again. We don't see opposition most of the time that they gap the common do. So they don't say they don't say they know what's in the depend. They then just fair way no more. At least when they do things for the country, let the people and better in the country. And I'm make it for say.
Thank you very much, caller.
Yeah.
Now we lost caller that one day for today. We don't try. We really don't try today because we get an event. Let's say a Network Charity Foundation event. After that day, we don't come back live. And we don't do 4 hours now. I guess no easy. No easy, bro. No easy. You see, yana saloni, no easy. You cannot let it go. You can't let it go also. But anyway, on Monday, I wonder we deal with the information we need for know before they begin pack we bag them for go salon. Some of we get for Didi, some of we get for the see now we Didi by from afar. We level now from afar. But all what you need for know. But one thing I know right now, ticket is not cheap. Ticket not cheap at all. But then they stop we for go. And like na gravel, they drag they find that ticket money. Où they go dey? Ale kukamu, ale ukamu they can. But it is what it is. No can discuss. No can prepare ourselves. Because I don't get a couple of people them way call the ask waiting at the in terms of you don't get you too short and all those things. I just prepare you. Sierra Leone. You see that small, fine, sweet country there? I like all other countries in the world say not for pay for COVID. We go there among the last. We go say, you know what, let we pull the COVID charge. So make I just prepare you. Because people they call say, but I don't take me too short, this and that. They say for count negative, they will come back, or they can't come back, this and that. Now the country in law. You have to. If you want for good. Think say it's too much, then Find another location. Tell friend true, not poor friend. And so one time, you then can reduce the ticket for we go find. They don't promiscuity, now they go say COVID. So no even need for ask right now. Because they go say na COVID. But COVID is not a Guinea. COVID not a Liberia. Eh? And salon no more in COVID. All the ticket it in my plexi. I don't talk. Yes, I'll tell a call today after a long time. I see that, sir. Oh, I can't leave here now. Eh? Before my boss can fire me. It for left here. Today to last shake till. Eh? Today nobody na accuse Tripoli. Nobody. Yeah. Nobody na accuse Tripoli. But if na one kind soup na him be dey gist now. Can you go in the say Tripoli, this Tripoli? Can you go in the campaign? The Lord they go no more. Yeah? We're there back on Monday. Don't forget for pamper yourself, take care of yourself. You have but yourself. You don't know? If you don't know, I beg no one thing. There is nothing you could do for yourself. Eh? What a person go can't challenge you, say I go do one for you, pass you. Okay? Alright. We'll go there back. Rest if you need them. Like me, I need them. No one knows if I went to bed today at 11 a.m. Around more than 24 hours, I no sleep. Go to bed, calm, come out, calm. I'm here again another 4 hours. Then sometimes the body self waking ready for crash. I can knock and then 8-10 hours because the body can need that. So sometimes, yes, when duty calls, you got to do it, but after it's payback time, rest the body. Do ya? They talk case 10 days here for person. Person this alone. He call, they ask for money, and they say, "Bo, I not get 9." And they say, "What you don't do with money? I must see how you don't do and then for more you go. Today, every day they call you, not get money." And you don't even know what that person they will go through now. He say, "No, I tell them to go, I tell them. For more you go, all day you not get money. But they see other people there. That's the problem. Ghana society gotta be here. Anyway, let me save the go here. I don't Slim, I don't talk about this your man like page anyway. He don't talk back. You go see and just now poster. Yeah, he don't talk. He say Madame Femi Claudius School lawless. Yeah, Papa God. God help you. Anyway, Monday. Have yourself a good one. Till we meet again on Monday. Tripoli say, ta-ta.